Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-dudes.com, living it up at home. And it's the video that some of you have been waiting for, the third video of the three-part series. It is time to taste the brewery in a bag from Muntons. And so I'm going to pause here because I know that Mike did a little one-on-one video with the actual bag to show how that thing pours. So let's roll that footage.
Sweet. Okay, here we are, brewery in a bag. Tonight's the tasting. You're going to see the tasting tonight, but I'm going to shoot solo here to give you a shot of the pour from the bag so you can see what that looks like. I've got a camera up here for a tight shot, so you can see the spout, see the pour. I've got my glass ready. The bag's been out of the fridge for a little while now. We'll see what we get. So just a quick look here. There's I assume there's a spigot in here. There's a little silver something protecting the outlet, so I got to peel that off. Then there's a tab here. I got to pull that out. I assume this red thing is just that this whole red thing is just a cover that's going to pull off, and there's that. So let's see what we can do here. Let me get your camera back. Okay, and the glass is in view. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to peel off the. All right, that went well. Little foil peel, then this looks like it just zips off this way. Comes off pretty easy. Okay, yeah. Sort of like opening a thing of milk or something. All right, does this come off? Oh, I see. So this is a thumb push, and then these two levers go up. So here we go. This could be a disaster. I haven't poured this at all, so let's see what happens. See if you can see that. Little yeasty on that first pour. The bag is collapsing a little bit. There you go. A little bit of yeast in that pour. I'll be pouring a couple more for John and I. I'm not going to comment on the flavor or aroma. We'll leave that for the tasting video. So there's the pour from the brewery in a bag.
Okay, well, that was a wonderful pour video. And now we have the product somehow through the magic of television and walking down the street.
Yes.
I have it right here in front of me. And all right, well, it's not as yeasty in the aroma as I thought it was going to be.
So the pour in the video is the first pour right off the bag, and I want everybody to see that. And you can see I only pour half a glass, but there's some really big, fluffy English yeast swimming around in that glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the first pour. That's what you can see. And then if like this one is actually pretty good. I mean, there's no floaties in it. I poured another like pint before I gave John his sample in a swing top bottle and brought it down. Then when I came back, I poured a little bit more, and so there's no yeast, which is surprising. Now, if I move the bag around too much, I'm sure I'm going to get some more yeast down in there, but.
Yeah. So
even though that first pour is pretty scary from a sediment standpoint, it's actually pouring like there's no yeast in there, so that's good.
It's fairly clear.
It's really clear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit cloudy. It's a little bit cloudy. I love the color. I mean, the color is what it's sort of like if anybody was drinking Red Hook ESB back in the 90s, right? That's the color. It's beyond amber, deep copper.
Yeah.
Right? So a little bit further than that. There's no, you can see from the pour, and you can see from our pours, and I just poured this one fresh off the bag right next to me. There's no head on it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
that's certainly part of the appearance.
It's very, very little bit of residual carbonation. When I first pour it and taste it, there's a little carbonation there, but it's gone now. And I'm sure in John's sample, it's totally flat.
It's not totally flat, but getting there. Yes.
Yeah. So that could be how I use the bag, like, because the instructions, like I said in one of the last two videos, there's this yellow cap which is supposed to be somewhat breathable. There's no real clear indication as to when the best time to tighten the cap is. In the written instructions, there's no mention of actually using the white cap that came on the bag in the first place. But I had found a video online from Muntons where somewhere after like a week or two, they say, use the yellow cap and then switch to the white cap to really seal in residual carbonation. So I would have done that, but I had no idea where the white cap went because my instructions didn't make any mention of that. So, so I figured maybe we would just have like cellar level carbonation, cask type carbonation. This is like a cask that's been out for 4 or 5 days and there's no carbonation left really. As far as carbonation level, I mean, it's what would you call this? Petulant? Yeah. Is that in the mead world? It's even less than that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's less than that. This is cask plus. This is how we're going to market this.
Okay. I've had cask beer that's even a little more cask pushed through a sparkler has more carbonation than this.
Okay, cask minus.
Yeah, cask minus. Yeah. So anyway, that being said, before I comment any further, why don't you give some feedback? What are you getting on the?
In terms of the aroma, like I said, it wasn't as yeasty as I thought it was going to be. Getting some, caramel, malty aromas, some soft bread aromas too, some slight green apple in terms of, maybe that's what's coming through a little bit in the flavor.
I think the green apple is overwhelming. I mean, I get there's a little bit of a bread quality to it.
Yeah.
The aroma's got a little bit of a English yeast character, a little bit of bread. When you pour it fresh, and there's a little bit of effervescence coming out of it. That green apple is there, but when you drink it, I mean, I think it's
Jolly Rancher.
Caramel and bread trying to fight through Jolly Rancher green apple. There's a tremendous. I think there's a fair amount of green apple there. So, so I'll check the green apple off of the off flavor experiment list because it's right here in this glass. Right. This is what acetaldehyde tastes like.
Yeah.
Acetaldehyde. Sorry for the purists out there.
So it's drinkable. I mean,
totally
it's not
drinkable.
Because I left it out on the countertop. I'm trying to get that true cask quality going on.
Yeah.
It's at room temperature. It's easy to sip. It's not unpleasant, as you like to say.
Yep.
If I were to buy this whole kit and make it, I would be quite happy to have this on, watching a game or, if we had sports, it'd be fun to have a bunch of people over, guys over, watch a game, drink this, be amazed that we made this in the house or what have you, and be happy with it.
I think if I had never made beer before and I wanted the novelty of doing it, 100%. Yeah. I would follow the instructions given in the video feed, not on the paper, just to try to get a little carbonation into it. If I knew something about beer brewing, if I brewed a couple batches, or I think I might be a little disappointed in the way that this came out. I'm not really saying that from a standpoint of the product. I'm just saying that from my experience with this one run. I would love to try it again and change up that cap carbonation issue a little bit, and maybe I fermented a little bit warmer at the end. I wonder what would happen if I employed some of my personal fermentation techniques into it, right? Meaning, what if I had warmed it up towards the end to really drive fermentation out at the end? Would I be able to get rid of that green apple, or is it just a function of the Muntons yeast and the age of the extract, all that jazz together? I don't know. But I'd try it again. I think I wouldn't mind trying one of the different styles again, like the dark ale or something might be fun. It's definitely a novelty, and if it's this, this is a great Father's Day gift to give to people, right? Now, granted, just to be clear, we're getting no sponsorship whatsoever. I don't even know if Muntons knows we're doing this, right? So, don't worry about that as far as what we're saying, but this is the type of thing you'd give to somebody for a Father's Day gift that's never brewed beer before and wants to have something novel to try.
Yeah. Did we talk about this on camera? Did we, or was this when we were talking between shows? That because of the no need for equipment, it's all kind of self-contained. So it's better than a kit that we used to buy back in the 90s
Yeah.
because we had to buy extra equipment.
Yeah.
This is all, like you said,
It's
self-contained.
just this.
Yeah. And so it's all set. You don't have to buy anything but this.
Right. And I use water right out of my tap,
Yeah.
you know, right out of the faucet. Someone had mentioned that there was actually supposed to be a little funnel in the tube. I mean, I didn't have a funnel in my tube either to help get the water in the thing. That was a little bit of a challenge. And I just used like a pitcher with a spout to pour. I mean, so again, I mean, you don't need anything to do this. You just do it. I mean, and so it's worth it from that standpoint, as opposed to say like, if you buy like a Mr. Beer kit or something like that, you've got a fermenter to play with. You've got to bottle the beer afterwards and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is like one step before that. I mean, it's easier than all that. I thought it was really cool. It was fun to see it expand. As an experienced brewer, it was a novelty to have around. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, because it's, as I drink it, it's going to get softer, and like it's already sort of like leaning over. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it from here. This is the type of thing that, yeah, you would brew this and have your friends over and be like, let's drink this bag of beer that I made, right?
You're gonna crush it.
Yeah, you know. But otherwise, you know. So luckily, I have a fridge I can put it in and keep it sort of fresh. I don't know how much air is coming in through the yellow cap now. I mean, it might be, but you know, the thing is, it's not like it's oxidized, right? There's not a tremendous amount of oxidation character in there. It's fairly fresh tasting, except for the green apple. So, which actually is more of an immature taste than it is anything else. So, but anyway, it was fun. It's cool. I wonder how much I can shake it up and get yeast into it, but I don't want to do that. So,
brewery in a bag, the wrap up tasting videos. I think that certainly, like you said, for a first time home brewer, what a wonderful gift this could be. And don't lose the white cap, I guess. Is that the last thing?
It's not that I lost it. I just got rid of it because I was done. And
what's this?
To use it, you know?
I don't know.
So.
Right on.
Oh, well.
All right.
Cool. We finished the project.
Yes.
Bring the comments. Bring on the comments.
Yeah, bring it. If you thought that first pour was going to be full of sediment, this is the time to say, I told you so.
I didn't doubt it. I didn't doubt it. But it was interesting that you can get to a sediment-free beer within like 2 pours.
Absolutely. So yeah, please leave your comments below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We try to do this kind of silly stuff every week. And if you like to get notified, you can get that, but I don't care about that. Anyway, for John and Mike, brew-stoots.com, brew on in a bag.
In a bag. Cheers.